Hey everybody, hope everybody had a great semester and everybody's doing well. This is my final project, observing myself as a critical thinker and reader. So over the time, I've learned a lot about myself as a reader, a writer, which I didn't know at first. When I was reading, I tended to read very fast and not take in what the story was truly telling us and what it was, all about. And, when I started doing these reader response theories, it helped me to slow down and it also helped me to understand what was truly going on and ask questions about the story and ask questions about the lessons that were being in the story. A perfect example of this was when I did a reader's response on a worn path. I asked many questions here, and I wondered, if the main character was of a different color or a different time period. I don't think anything would have happened. I think she would have had an easier time getting medicine for her grandson as well. But just to look at like the humor aspect that might have been in there of her crawling under a fence, just made me think and showed me all the difficulties she had to go through to get what she needed for her grandson. To go on, being a critical reader, that was something I personally think I need to work on. When I first read the story Cathedral, I was not sure about wasn't sure about making connections or what the lesson behind the second time. The lesson was for that. I learned how to reread. Rereading for me worked out very well because after rereading Cathedral by Raymond Carver, I found out the true lesson behind it and the symbolism that the cathedral had, which was imagination, and how people should not take things in life for granted, and that people need to open up their eyes and see what's really going on and not take what they have for granted. The happiness may not be in front of you all the time. Definitely this year, I loved using the digital tools. They definitely helped me out a lot, especially the Flipgrid and the journals. The Flipgrid was great because it showed me how other people would go about doing the reading and gave me some tips on how to become a better reader. To this day, I still think I could become a better reader than what I am, but from just listening to what other people said and doing the journals, it made me get deep into thought, deep into thinking about what I was reading and go into detail about everything and take ideas from other people and put them in my own way and see how that would help me to become a better reader and critical thinker. My biggest challenge this semester was going back and rereading the story of the lottery and trying to read it in a deeper way. I just did not fully enjoy that story, and that was a challenge for me to actually go back and reread. But I overcame that challenge by just telling myself, hey, you have to figure out a way to do this. And I did that by just sitting down, taking notes, highlighting, and figuring everything out. A connection I made in another class was in my history class. I used notes and the highlighting method to help me get through and actually figure out what was going on and what I needed to know. The most memorable experience I've had in this class was reading the Cathedral. I just thought that taught so many life lessons and taught so much about the world and how people look at it. My biggest aha moment this semester was when I first did Flipgrid. I didn't hit the record button and I sat there and did my whole skit and I kind of laughed at it afterwards. Anyway, I hope everybody had a great semester. Take care.